Brand new session with brand new commentary. This is Zero6 here to bring to you a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it's upon an episodic series by, I hate to say it, but it's by Telltale Games, as the game is going to tell us in a second here. Sam and Max. Oh boy, this one... Huh. Sam and Max, this game in particular, was released back in... I want to say late 2007, because the box for the Wii version says 2008. But I'll run with it and say that it is 2008. It was released back in 2008. For both the PC, namely the PC, and also the Wii. The one I'm playing on is the Wii version, which comes with all 6 episodes. It's a complete Season 1.
When are we gonna get another case, Sam? Surely the local lawbreakers must miss our esoteric brand of personal...
Anyways, in case you didn't catch that, the very first episode we're looking at, and the one we should always start with, is an episode titled Culture Shock. Yeah, unlike most games, this one in particular is... This one in particular goes by episodes, rather than just one massive adventure. And the reason why I paused there is because if you look at the picture in the background, I just noticed this. The picture in the background resembles the adventure they had on the moon, which can be viewed in both comic and in TV show versions. I namely recognize it because of the paper bags on their head with the black background. Gee, I wonder if I heard that one before. If I heard that before, I mean by in a sexual way.
I'll take 2.
Come on, does everybody want to separate the bliss? Remember that mechanic. Just remember that mechanic. Yes, the punchy glove. Namely, the point of this is that not only it's a point-and-click game, but you're also supposed to find things that seem out of the ordinary, such as a bowling ball or a punching glove.
Good old Lou.
Who's Lou again?
The bowling ball.
Walk up to the store and you'll find the cheese. Many wedges of it, actually. But Jimmy Two-Teeth, the name of the rat that just spoke to us, he asked specifically for Swiss cheese. So we need to change that.
Take that, you law-breaking dairy products.
Sam, no! The cheese was innocent!
Innocent? I think not.
What kind of cheese is that, by the way? I think it's mozzarella.
Close enough to fool the casual observer.
Again, who keeps wedges of mozzarella in the closet? Welcome to the world of Sam and Max, where everything is weird. Literally.
Greetings. The members of the Benevolent Brotherhood of Vermin would like to thank you for your offer.
The members of Sam and Max would like their phone back now.
If you don't mind.
I regret
Who?
to inform you the situation.
Who is Jimmy working for?
I am unable to comply with your request. A list of additional...
Like, who is supplying these demands?
...is as follows.
Now, let's discuss this calmly.
Let's debone the smarmy little skis and see if the phone's in there.
Here's the second aspect of the game.
Well, I ain't talking.
Good cop, bad cop. Now, usually it'll be Sam doing the talking and not Max. Max is usually providing the color commentary, while Sam does the actual talking, you know,
We'll
like
go
asking
half easy on you.
questions,
Just cough up the phone.
making small conversation while Max just sits there and asks his own opinions.
Look, I want to help you, but my partner is a little unhinged.
But sometimes
Yeah, maybe
Max
I need to
actually
keep
does
it
get
behind
some
you in colorfully
options,
gruesome fashion.
such as here.
Got him, Sam.
I can take care of myself.
Help me help you, Jimmy.
What the heck is that supposed to mean?
I have no idea, but it always sounds good on TV.
I'm about ready to wring your scrawny, trash-eating neck.
That sounds
You
like
think
me.
you're scary?
You don't know where his hands have been.
Or when I last washed them.
Who cares? I'm a rat, remember? Hey, Dogface, your partner's giving me a headache.
Hand over the phone or I'll make you lick
His
my
own
German-crusted
balls.
palms.
Yeah, I've licked worse.
Like what?
You don't even want to know. Can I go now?
Although usually Max's responses are usually the,
I've been in a little...
yeah, let me just kill you vibe.
Maybe I'll lock you in our file cabinet.
So?
In 3 separate drawers.
You bore me. Hey, Dogface, your partner's giving me a headache.
Maybe you'd like it if we played you some music.
Not yet,
Like
Jimmy.
Cat Stevens.
Fine. Jimmy Two-Teeth ain't afraid of no cats. Can I go now?
Let me pry open his skull and look for a conscience, Sam.
Yeah, I'm shaking like bacon.
Now, I
here.
did mention that this is a point-and-click game, and they practically took that for granted on the
Is
Wii.
there anything else I can do to make you comfortable? Are you thirsty, perhaps? Lights too bright?
You can't move Sam in any shape, way, or form unless you're pointing and clicking at the
Oh,
screen.
really? Don't like heights, eh? How'd you like it if I dangled your greasy hide out the window?
Hey, you wouldn't. Wait,
I warn you, I'm known for my fuzzy white butterfingers.
It's true. You should see him trying to tie an ascot.
all right.
To be fair,
I've had mercy. It was unpleasantly gooey, like...
to
well,
be
like
fair,
things that have fallen
I'm
on the
sorry,
pavement
I
from the
keep
great
on getting
height.
distracted by the footage here.
Hinder me go.
Ah, for the love.
But,
I wish I could
to be
find
fair,
Steve.
for the Wii version, they could have at least made an
Great
option
bouts of steaming
to...
magma on a beeline for the orphanage. We're on our way.
They could have at least made the option to use the nunchuck to move Sam around.
Where's the rat?
I let him go.
Or you can use the cursor if you so wish.
In the neighborhood.
Oh, joy!
You don't have to select one control over the other. You can...
Store right away.
You're pointing this on the Wii. You should be able to incorporate any form of point controls. Super Paper Mario did that, and they did not have to... And they did not have to, what am I trying to think of here? They did not have to pick one control scheme over the other. Ah, here we go. This is one of the Soda Poppers. A, reoccurring characters. A recurring characters.
Oh, you made me mess up. I only have to
Well,
start
they're...
all over.
Well, they are a group.
You are one ugly kid. Hey! I
They'll
know
return
you.
in Season 2, by the way.
You're one of the lovable scamps from that old TV show about the singing soldier.
Not as a cameo, though. Well,
Oh, the
sort of.
soda poppers. The 70s were not old.
Specs, it's you! Wow, an actual
You
celebrity
can,
vandalizing
in
our
fact,
neighborhood.
select the options with the D-pad on your Wii remote. Thank God, too, because it'll be ultra frustrating to be constantly having to use the
I'm
pointer.
one times more famous than you.
Well, we're really more known in the 18 to 34-year-old repeat criminal demographic.
Which is the whole reason why I'm never, ever going to be
Say, how
doing
about an
Season
autograph
2.
for my pal?
You can sign my butt!
I don't mind Season 2,
Don't
but the
sound
thing is
proper.
that...
People get ticklish and they move.
But the
and
thing
get
is that
down
my
and stuff.
computer can't seem to handle certain games very well, including Sam & Max. But on top of that, imagine certain games, especially in Episode 3 whenever we get to it,
But you just did. Thanks
of Season 1, Season 1, Episode 3, The Mole, the Mob, and the Meatball. Wait until
What
we
are you up to these days?
run into that one. I'm not prepared for that one. Luckily, I still have only one episode behind that.
Ocular fitness program.
Ugh.
One of his videos.
Ibo sounds
Gee,
like an
thank you for
electronic
the
archery toy.
advertisement.
IBO is the truly visionary ocular fitness program. Try the video today.
Really?
Where can I find a copy of the video?
They carry him over at Bosco. You should get it.
Sounds fascinating. But enough about that.
You can never get enough of Brady Culture's IBO.
Swept. That's actually a parody to Celebrity Deathmatch.
I was desperate. I was heavy into three-ring binders at the time, and I needed the money.
You got your clock cleaned by that lady from Old and in the Way.
Never saw that Walker coming.
Well, that's nice. Tell me something about that trendy modern street art you're perpetrating.
What about?
How did you select your subject matter?
He looks like a fried egg.
It's Brady Culture. He's the genius behind the IBO Ocular Fitness Program. You really should try one of his videos.
I'd rather try a fried egg.
Oh, shut up.
Sounds fascinating. But enough about that.
You can never.
Now, I did mention something about a Cinemax comic.
Do you live to...
I don't
And
know
yes,
why.
yes, there are comics involving Cinemax. All done by
Did you take lessons?
by
to learn
the
how to do that?
franchise's
No, it just
creator,
came to
Steve
me one
Purcell.
morning. This morning, in fact.
Are you aware that vandalism is illegal?
For the most part,
We like to punish
for the
people who
most
do it who
part,
aren't us.
How could
the
that
comics
be
are
vandalism?
good.
Everyone loves Brady.
I just don't like the miniature segments of the comics.
Is the paint supposed to go outside the lines? like that?
Makes me kind of feel like I'm reading them on the back of a newspaper.
I'm just pulling your dwarfish leg, my friend.
Don't do that.
Max, is that a fly in the paint there?
No. Well,
Just kidding.
My favorite one is the
people
very
wonder
first
why
comic,
I'm terrible.
though. It's the one where they go to like some kind of island in search of
I'm not.
Is there really
in
any
search
difference?
of some
Good
kind
thinking,
of ritual
Well, we'll lead you
dearest.
to it.
But you have to agree to paint me next.
I can't remember what
I
his
only paint Brady Culture.
Max, you've got the TV schedule memorized.
I
Aren't the
cannot
certified going to
remember
be featured
which.
on one of those grim celebrity tell-alls today?
Oh yeah, on channel 173.
I cannot
the
remember
Child Star
what the
Expose
profession
Network,
was
which we
called.
get when it's convenient.
But I do remember the outcome. If you ever want to look at the comic, it's somewhere
It says
floating
they
on the
built a horse
internet.
with 8 legs.
Does it run twice as fast?
Yeah, no, you can buy it on Amazon from somebody.
It says cloning rights activists are cloning themselves to create a bigger voting bloc.
It works for Locust.
Newspapers constantly change
This year's
between
faction
different
is somehow
episodes.
different
So
from
does the
last year's
Gumball
faction.
Machine.
But I
So
still have the same
be
brain
sure
that I
to
had last year.
Actually, you
check
don't,
on
but
that.
Most people do.
here and there. Especially the
President
Gumball
Lee
Machine. The
Cruelty
Gumball
and
Machine is
sports
great.
scores.
That's one of my favorite bands.
I don't think I want to know any more about what's going on in the world than I already do. I don't think I want to know any more about what's going on in the world than I already do.
They don't.
It looks like he's got Boston baked beans in there this month.
How do they stay fresh?
They don't.
Okay, so we usually have like 2 goals here. First one involving Bosco, the other one that is like about 1 block away to the left
Have no fear,
is
simple citizens.
Sybil's.
The freelance police are here to keep
Or
the
Sybil.
peace.
Violently, if possible. You call?
Just you two? Where's the SWAT team? Where's the National Guard? Where's NASA?
I love Bosco. He's
Hold
one of my
on,
favorite
Bosco.
characters out
Watch
of the
the
game
What's
franchise.
the problem? It's a terrorist. A Munchkin terrorist. He'll be the death of us all.
Where is this Lilliputian agitator?
Are you blind?
Ah,
He's
wizard.
right there.
Hey, it's another one of the soda poppers.
Isn't he the one with the bladder control issues?
Yeah, Whizzer.
He's a former child star. Oh, just lock him up and throw away to jail.
One of us needs to take a couple dozen elephant tranquilizers.
As you
call it
can
a
no
day.
doubt tell, Bosco is pretty paranoid.
Calm. With the
He's a
Munchkin
paranoia,
terrorist in
walking
my
paranoia. He's
Exactly
constantly
what is the
thinking
nature
that
of
things like
malfeasance?
conspiracy
He's
and
delivering videos I didn't even order.
things like
Raising
that.
culture's eyebrow.
Sometimes he's
Oh,
right
it's
about
something bad, I
that.
can tell you that.
Videos.
And look at that display. It's subversive and hideous. I don't know any white guy with a throw like that.
I hear that.
Any idea why a freakish relic of the 70s would unload videos in your store?
Think about it. No individual.
You see what I mean about the
will
whole
ever
conspiracy
deliver
thing?
videos Of his own volition. It makes no sense. I smell a conspiracy.
I think you're just catching the hot weenies in an updraft.
No, it's definitely a conspiracy.
What sort of malevolent forces would conspire to burden you with unwanted video cassettes?
Oh, they've all got it in for me. Government, the media, the mafia,
Telltale, he was
aliens,
about ready to
computers,
involve the
my mother,
company.
Niels Bohr, Switzerland, headlights,
I love
hairspray,
that
hairspray,
string of
Hairspray had no part.
people that are against him. Hairspray, headlights.
Have you actually witnessed this Ibo video with your own eyes?
Only a fool would watch a strange video. You watch it.
Any other heinous terrorist activities to report?
Yes, he keeps using my bathroom. Who knows what he's doing in there?
I think I know.
So, we've
Oh
got
no.
a video doctor
Whatever shall we
and a
do?
serial leak taker.
Not even the National Guard can help us now.
So all this wizard...
Hey,
talk is
I
doing
abused
is
my grocery store's
delivering videos.
drinking fountain privileges. Nobody has stopped me yet.
That's it? Did he steal any of your overpriced merchandise, or at least...
I namely go out to my
with a sharpened spear?
grocery store just to get a quick drink of water, then I'm out.
Single most technologically advanced security system ever
But I don't do it like every single day.
BTEC.
I do it whenever I'm on one of my long walks. It's like
Bosco Tech automated defense.
it's like a mile and a half away.
Wow, I always wanted to automate my defense. How does it work?
Just pull a weapon. You'll see. Or try and walk out of here with something.
I don't usually bring along
Maybe you will.
a water bottle too.
At the risk of
It's
sounding callous, how come your fancy pants defense system...
it's
can't
just to
even
get a
stop
quick
small
drink of
violent
water.
over
That's all.
here?
It was designed to keep people from taking stuff out of the store, not from bringing it in.
Ah, right. A rare case of reverse shoplifting.
Shop dropping.
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm sorry, what was your problem again?
My problem is the police on my case have apparently been attacked by brain-stealing aliens. You have been attacked by brain-stealing aliens, haven't you?
No, only yanking your chain, compadre.
Whizzer, dumping videos.
I don't really see a crime though. I mean, granted, dumping off unwanted
Thinking about
videos,
it.
yeah,
Anything else?
that does seem kind of annoying.
We'd like to patronize your fine establishment, my good man.
By patronize you, he means we want to buy stuff from you, not mock you. We probably will mock you, but that's not what he meant.
Ah, yes, this is what you should usually check in these episodes. What does Bosco have behind the
Still
counter?
got that big sale on cheese.
It's usually something that he can help you with.
I might have
Usually.
another item of interest behind the counter.
I accept your thinly veiled invitation to ask about the item behind the counter.
Oh, it's just a little something I like to call a tear gas grenade launcher.
Tear gas grenade launcher? Oh yeah, I really want that.
It's the latest in Bosco Tech innovation. It'll clear out a room of militant college students in no time. Guaranteed.
I feel really close to you right now.
We'd like to
Shit,
tear gas the
10,000
naval
bucks.
That'll be $10,000.
It better be damn good,
That's
too.
about like a million tickets.
Or one really big one.
You mean
White-collar crime drive.
where corporate criminals go to rejoice in their ill-gotten gains?
After we blow this popsicle stand, we can go hunt us up one of those starchy cesspiles and hit 'em where it hurts the most. Right in the pocketbook.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say, but that's good too.
We'll take that cheese that's just been sitting out in the open for everyone to touch.
I can't scan it from way back here. You gotta bring it to the counter so I can ring it up.
Do we have to do everything around
Alright, yes, do you have any option?
Do you have any weasels on a stick?
Be sure to try to check on this every episode
any
because
two-handed
the
consonants?
subjects
Nope.
change.
Do you have any vegetables in the shape of famous naturalists?
Nope.
Do you have any candy pink fat boys?
Nope.
Do you have any exiled political dissidents?
Nope.
Do you have any weapons of mass destruction?
Who's asking?
No, thank you.
Do you have any...
Okay,
wild ideas?
so after all that, we know what we not.
Good idea.
We know what we want from behind the counter. We know what we need to do.
Nothing for us right now.
Okay.
But first, a little bit of conversation.
Nice place you got here.
What's so nice about it?
Bosco's Inconvenience. Nice name.
It's
Hey,
true.
man,
It
it's
really is
Flavor.
inconvenient.
Well, thanks. I tried.
How do you get out of that cage anyway?
That's for me to know and you never to find out.
What's with the maximum security prison motif?
You've been robbed as many times as I have. You'd do the same.
I've
What
never been
is
robbed,
that
actually, but
tied
I
to the
typically pull a
rope
large
in the
firearm on
background
anyone
like
who
it's-
approaches me.
I
You
keep
crack
on
me up,
thinking
boy.
that's a horseshoe, but I don't think that's a horseshoe. For some
What are you
reason, I
talking
keep on thinking it's a horseshoe.
We'll chat more later, Bosco, but right now it's time to get up close and personal. with
Okay,
that size
so-
evildoer.
Stop that crazy man before he kills us all.
Actually, let's check out the Zybo stand.
Free videos? Don't mind if I do. Brady Culture's EyeBow for ocular fitness. The revolutionary isometric exercise.
What's so revolutionary about it?
See through walls and clothing. Roll your eyes at lightning speed. Lose 5 pounds of eyeball fat.
Oh, good. I can never seem to lose that last 5 pounds.
What do you say we start office movie night a little early today?
I'll bring the caramel-coated sugar.
Ah, the swatching machine. Check that one every episode, too. Everything about this store seems to be like, yeah, check everything.
I think it's the tinge of green that makes this coffee especially appealing.
I take my coffee green, like my men.
Yeah, because slushy is clearly copyrighted.
This week's flavors, wheatgrass and meatloaf. Max, I've got a great idea involving you, a microwave, and 6 feet of aluminum foil.
Go on.
Maybe another time. Nachos.
They're mine, not Joe's.
Buy nachos. Free toilet brush with every purchase.
Free toilet brush? I'm sold. I'll pass.
Ketchup,
Okay.
mustard, and purple stuff.
Okay, so what we need to do is then we need to grab this here random cheese that's been sitting on sale. Despite the fact that we have like 20 million wedges of the same
And we are
brand
running dangerously low.
in the closet. Now let's talk to Wizard. Each soda popper
Wizard.
No need to be formal.
has
My
some
friends
kind
just call
of
me Wizard.
ability.
And so do my enemies and lots of people like you I've never met.
Wizard here
Everyone
tends
calls me
to
Wizard.
go to the bathroom a lot, so
What exactly are you doing here?
Delivering videos. Take one. They're free.
So having to
story
watch
these
him
videos.
going to the bathroom is a bit of a no. Hang on, let me retract what I just said.
Exactly is this Brady culture fellow supposed to be?
I think I just made myself look weird. Oh boy. Okay, let's start over, shall we? Wizard, given by his name, tends to go to the bathroom a lot. Peepers, the next papa that we will go to, has extremely incredible eyesight. And Specs, as you noticed about like 25 minutes ago, is a perfectionist. He wants everything perfect.
What if I don't wear clothing? You gotta watch this tape. It changed my life.
There is one thing all the soap operas have in common, and that is that they are incredibly fast. Because they have this, well, because of their name, they usually drink soda a lot.
And did I mention they're free?
So,
You just deliver them whether people order them or not?
because of that, they have the natural ability of going pretty fast.
Ocular Fitness.
This sometimes works into their favor, but
Well, that's nice.
for the most part, they just tend to keep still.
Are you aware that you're breaking the law?
Come on, guys. There's no law against giving away free stuff.
Unlawful deliveries are punishable under Section 9, Article 7, Title 11 of the Personal, Private, Public, Professional Conduct Penal Code.
You made that up.
True, but we could write him up for littering, trespassing, and disturbing the peace.
I have to deliver these videos. Boy, what a monotanoid. Can we arrest him now?
In a minute, little buddy.
So I suppose, going back to
Put your
the
hands on your
small
head.
conversation
You're under
about
arrest.
me and the drinking
Come
fountain,
on. It's a free country.
I suppose you can't really say that it is abuse.
This guy's suffering from some pretty severe delusions.
No, if it was abuse, I would be like taking a drink every 5 minutes over
Seriously,
there for
you're under
like every
arrest.
single day.
Come on. You don't have to make a federal case out of it.
I'm only doing that
You
like
don't have to.
either once a day or whenever I go out on my walks. In this case, during the
My
summertime,
cousin's wife's dentist
I'm
loved
not
your
taking a
show.
whole lot of walks.
yeah.
I might
We've
take a
always
walk,
been a
but
big hit
it's
with the
probably
dentist.
going to be like once in a
Hey,
blue
what do
moon
I?
kind of
Hey,
thing.
kids, guzzle soda like the soda poppers.
But
Hey,
when it's
so much
cold, I
fun.
do
Get
tend
to
to
work.
take a
Kiss
lot of
college
walks.
goodbye.
Max, your unbridled
Even then, it's
cynicism
just a
is
quick
like
drink
breath
of water,
of
so
fresh
it's
air
not
on a chronic
really
subway.
abuse.
Any chance we could get you to sing the song from your old show?
Yeah, the theme song. What was it called? It was
Remember
called
that song
More Than
title, by the
Jerks.
way.
But I can't sing it. I'm too embarrassed.
Well, that's nice.
What is?
Yeah, doesn't everyone?
Have I mentioned I know someone who knows someone who loved your show?
Doesn't everyone?
Anyways, what are we trying to do with Wizard in terms of talking?
What is?
Oh, okay, here we go, here we go.
If you'll excuse us.
So,
we can
the
shut
puzzle here, the solution to the puzzle is that you need to get Max to use the bathroom.
We got one, thanks. Public restrooms, unholy temples to all things unsanitary. I wouldn't go in there.
This
for
will cause
opportunity anyway.
Wizard
I'll
to
do it.
have a reaction to it. He goes off with a horrible cut.
Time out for number one.
Now, quickly,
Looks like the
before
oldest
Wizard
one.
gets the chance to come out, place the cheese into the box. Remember what Bosco said about his security system? The kind that is designed to
If you really love someone, give them the gift
to
of
attack
cheese.
people whenever they
Can't
try
wait
to
see the
steal
look on his
things.
face when he gets it.
There you go.
What the? Time out for number one.
So now we have Wizard knocked out,
Saved!
That's a whole lot more entertaining.
and now he
than
pisses
all the
himself. I guess he's
Pretty
dead.
entertaining either way.
Oh,
No, actually, he's not dead. He's just unconscious. He,
Classic. Just classic.
I mean, wait. My evil plan is being...
he's not really dead. He's just unconscious. That's just Wizard acting like himself.
It's still not quite right.
Hey, you just gonna leave him there?
Moving right along, we need to go about another block away. To the left. Can you move any faster, Sam? I believe if you... Oh, for God's sakes. There we go. If you, like, double-click on the A button or wherever the run button is... Run button? Anyways, let's go get this, random spray can of paint.
Hey,
If you double-click on the, on certain area, or in this case, you double-tap the, A button, you'll make Sam run. I believe it's not in the PC version of Season 1? I cannot seem to remember.
Welcome! You look like you could use some therapy. Not from a wide-eyed circus.
Ah,
like,
peepers.
Hey, it's another one of the soda poppers. Me?
Right, you're...
Sure you are.
Peepers! I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Sybil Pandemic, licensed psychotherapist.
Are you sure your
Sure.
name is Sybil, not Peepers?
Absolutely. Sybil Pandemic, licensed psychotherapist.
Sure, yes it is. Yes it is.
Sam, where's your
Why
gun?
do you think we have
Violence
wars?
is not the answer. Since when? Sam, we're dealing with a dangerously delusional psychotic here.
Obviously. Sybil's normally a girl's name, isn't it?
I cried many a day in the corner because people won't stop laughing at my name. Now I am a
Did we
psych.
see your driver's license
Now I
or
am
some
a
sort of
professional
ID? Sybil.
My
psychotherapist.
psychotherapy license is hanging over
My
there on the
life
wall.
story in a
How about
nutshell.
something with a picture on it, you obvious lunatic, you? I could draw one on there if it would put your mind at ease.
Oddly, I don't think it would. You're a dead ringer for Peepers from that old soda popper show.
I get that a lot, but I'm Sybil Pandemic, licensed psychotherapist.
Right.
Hmm.
How about a little analysis?
Certainly. Tell me what
You can select any of those options. He will say,
I've been
Say,
feeling less frisky than usual.
his suggestion about
You must
Bray's
like Brady
Ibo
Culture's
video.
Ibo video. That'll put a
So
stop
yes, he is another one of these
Ibo?
scammers
Those runny, poached egg
for
white
the
guys could use
Ibo
it, pal.
video.
You won't regret it.
Who's this lady culture person?
Brady! Brady Culture! He's only the most insightful and amazing man on the planet, that's all! It's not Sean Penn? Not anymore! I'm so disillusioned.
You can try and squeeze out as much information as you can about this whole
What's
Ibo
Ibo
video
exactly?
thing. They're just going to constantly
It's
say the
called
same
Ibo.
goddamn thing.
It's a system of ocular exercises.
You should buy the video
you
today.
push-ups with your
It'll
eyes?
change your
Shut
life.
up.
That's
Just watch
basically
the
all
video.
you need to know about these options about Ibo and
You
such.
got a copy of this cockamamie video?
I'm all out, but they probably still got a truckload or two over at Bosco's.
Now that you're done talking to peepers, go check the closet.
Excuse me for a minute, would you?
Sure.
Which apparently only has one shelf.
Thank God! I've been locked in that closet so long I was starting to invent life stories for the mothballs. I've got to sit down. Oh my God! He's still here? Call a cop!
You're in luck, ma'am.
Oh,
Sam and Max.
excuse me.
We're freelance police.
Sybil Penn.
Okay, so here's the gimmick with Sybil.
Arrest that lunatic immediately.
Sybil constantly changes her job. Within each episode,
You're
she
friends with
changes
that
her job.
overgrown sociopathic child?
Oh,
But
sorry.
it's
I thought you
usually
meant this overgrown sociopath
to be
child.
helpful in some way. As a matter of fact, I think it is helpful
I
in
thought
some way,
psychotherapists didn't use words like lunatic.
shape, or form.
Really? Does it say that in the handbook?
The psychotherapist's handbook or the lunatic's handbook?
There's a difference?
Very good charges.
What's the charge?
Assault, kidnapping, identity theft.
Those are good charges.
Some of my favorites. And what about mopery?
He locked me in the closet, and he's been pretending he's me.
Gadzooks, why?
Well, these cases can be very complicated and delicate. There may be repressed feelings of inadequate transfer.
I was gonna say, his
lurking
brother's
unwanted
beat him to death.
hypochondriac Freudianism.
Come again?
For no
Complete
reason,
whack
Jesus
job.
Christ.
Although actually, now that I look closely, I think he's been hypnotized.
Great thundering jellyfish on the squishy road to mayhem. Hypnosis.
Yep, that's what I said.
Well, he is hypnotized. He doesn't have to act like a zombie to
I'm a licensed psychotherapist. It takes a professional
to
eye.
signify that he is
We borrow your
hypnotized.
eye, we'll bring it back.
Are there steps we can take? Soothing music, or perhaps some sort of invasive surgery?
Shock treatment! Shock treatment!
Typically, a hypnotic state can be revised after rendering the subject susceptible to new input.
Sorry, I don't speak
Woo!
psychotherapist.
You've got to knock them unconscious to bring them out of it.
Very well.
Knock him unconscious! Knock him-
However, we cannot
I
do
can demonstrate
peepers
on this guy
yet.
if you'll knock him out
But
for
we
me.
can do
Consider it done.
is specs. We can knock out specs pretty easily now that we have the can of spray paint. So, Passella, if you would please. Walk over here and you'll notice that, there is a spray painting of... Or not! Never mind. I guess I'll explain that later. For now, we have...
Where we going?
For now, we have somebody to rob money of.
Goody!
Now, this is another gimmick with the, with these episodes. Up until Season 3, they've included these,
By the way,
these
sir,
driving
I'm not sure if I mentioned
segments.
this, but I may have
The
accidentally
car
pulled
is
you up
constantly
right now.
moving, though.
No, I don't think you did mention that.
I guess we'll just have to slow down by violently...
For right now, there is no apparent reason as to why the car is constantly moving, well, except for the fact that Max apparently now chewed on the acceleration cable, so the car is... No, wait a second, he chewed the brake cable. So he's constantly moving. There's no possible way to stop the car unless you... Unless you somehow hook those back together.
Hello.
Now I kind of screwed up here.
You are not. Ergo, we call the shots around here.
Oh, why did you
What
stop?
you were supposed to do is that once you
We're
ram
not
your
charging you
car
anything, we just wanted
into
to say
another
hello.
person's car,
Well, bye.
Bye.
No one seems to be breaking the law today.
I know. What's the problem?
you're supposed to use your gun and aim for the taillight. However, I accidentally hit the back to office button, so I'm going to take a small detour. Here we go. You can actually drive onto those ramps that you see on the sidewalks, though. Okay, so here we go. Now we gotta use our gun. Max will take the wheel. Now we need to aim for the taillights.
Take the wheel, little buddy.
With pleasure.
You can shoot the other one too.
Please accept my condolences.
Now to use the megaphone.
Sam 1, tail light 0.
Pull over. Now, upon this encounter, you need to select the option about, your taillight is busted.
Motorist,
If you were planning to bribe us, now would be the appropriate time. What's the charge?
And despite the reasoning, he'll actually give you the amount of money needed.
your tail light's busted.
But you're the ones who broke it.
Your point being,
What's the fine for a broken tail light?
why, isn't it $10,000?
What, are you crazy? 1 second. Allow me to confer with my legal counsel. My attorney has advised me to...
Oh, you'll see how he pays us.
We got some...
Thanks,
So now that we finally have the money, we can go back to the office. Now we need to move back to Bosco so that we can buy that tear gas grenade launcher. As soon as the game loads. Here we go. Now we go over to talk to Bosco. We want to buy something.
You just gonna leave him there?
Then we want that tear gas grenade launcher. Now you see, he doesn't give him a check. He gives him like a bag of money, which means the guy was a robber in the first place. That has some attorney.
We got your tear
What
gas
the
money
fuck?
right here.
Really? All right, here you go. 1 tear gas grenade launcher.
This is a
Ow.
salad shooter filled with onions.
But it works. Trust me, trust me. Now put that away before someone gets hurt.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I agree with you,
The
Max.
10,000 just covered the cost of materials, you know.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's okay, everybody. I'm all right.
Did you really have to go to that specific spot, Sam? You might hear me say there's a lot throughout the entire season, but I tend to call him Pikmin AI Dog. Because sometimes he acts like that. Okay, so first thing we need to do is that we need to use the spray paint. Now that I am able to... Yo! Now that I am able to explain this, we need to use the spray paint... Oh my fucking god. Okay, Sam. Work with me. Work with me. Use the spray can on this image. I'm not sure if this is exactly timed. I never failed this. So after that, Specs starts fixing his painting.
Get up. Oh, now I've gotta fix it, Brain Freeze.
While he's doing that, go back into the office, select your bowling ball. Oh no, wait a second, hang on. Go up to the window, select the window. Then, through your inventory, select the bowling ball. Place the bowling ball into Specs and watch the fun.
Can
You know, if it was any other person, their hand would have been splattered.
You made me mess up.
Now this
Yep,
is
the
quite
one that's
incredible.
watching this is in fact the Brady Culture.
My evil plan is in jeopardy.
Who dares to oppose me?
Hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Better.
Well, we
So
don't
now
have
we have
handiwork
done with
long
2
enough.
of these,
Maybe just
Papa.
one more
Whoa, whoa! Okay, so now we have done with 2 of the Soap Papas. If you just noticed that graphical glitch, that's actually, part of my recording. That's not part of the game. However, we will run into a similar glitch. Eventually, that is part of the game. Now let's head back into Civils. And let's take out Peepers. Use the tear gas grenade launcher. On Peepers. It just
Zibbo.
bounced off
Yes?
his head.
Uh,
But
yeah,
it works.
What is that?
That's all that
Anyway,
counts
This
for.
won't hurt a bit.
Now, quickly, because Peepers will stop crying eventually, quickly use the boxing glove on him.
Holy Sam, allow me.
Now, Peepers, this is going to
Ow.
hurt us a lot more than it's going to hurt you. Just kidding.
And all
That
3 of
would
them
hurt you
are
more.
down.
Sweet dreams, peeps. I can see you.
Oh my, that was great. That was great. Wait a second. My evil plan is in ruins.
The dog and bunny will rue the day they crossed me. Rue the day I said.
Oh, I needed that war.
Nice work, you two. Now I can try to bring him out of his hypnotic state. Take control of your mind.
I don't think he can hear you.
Sure he can. He's unconscious, not dead.
Minor detail.
Hey, Peepers
Destroy
is back
the
to
intruder
normal.
in your dreams. Regain control.
What? Hey, what am I doing here? What's going on?
Sybil?
My name's not Sybil. It's Peepers.
Oh, yes, it is. Are you okay? How do you feel?
I've got a bit of a headache. I had the weirdest dream.
And there was someone unusual in your dream, wasn't there?
Yes, Brady Culture was there.
Hmm.
He kept telling me to do stuff.
Aha!
I knew it.
That fiend hypnotized you to do his unspeakable bidding.
Peepers.
Ah.
What's the last thing you can remember?
I remember checking in at Brady Culture's
Home for Child Stars.
He has his own nut house? Wow, we gotta meet.
It's not like Brady Culture was directly,
Oh,
aiming for
that's
you
a
guys.
secret. No
Clearly.
one must ever find it. Think of the scandal. But we need to find it so we can stop the madness, in a manner of speaking. I want to help, but I just can't remember where it is.
Oh.
But my brothers might. They went with me. Hey, I...
And away he goes to kill
Embarrassing,
himself.
did I? Nothing a simple exorcism can't fix. Oh, dear.
No. This isn't just a Wii version that Sam does that. He does it in the PC version too. For some odd reason, his AI just tends to go wherever it wants to go. I have no idea why it does that, but it does. Actually, I think what happens is that when you click on an object,
Take control of your mind.
Is it working?
he tends to go to
Destroy
his
the intruder in your dreams.
he tends to go to the spot where he would
Is my outfit
where
wrinkled?
the game says to interact with.
No. Tell us where we can find Brady Culture's home for former child.
But sometimes that causes the AI to go, okay, I need to go the long way around instead of the shortcut.
Something. Wizard would remember the street. He always does.
So I think that's what happens.
Are you kidding? I've got hours of ironing to do.
Well, that was helpful.
Okay, so we dealt with Peepers, we dealt with Specs, now we gotta deal with Wizard. So go right ahead, talk to Wizard, but be prepared.
Hello.
Take control of your mind. Destroy the intruder in your dreams.
Nicely done, Sam. You're a natural.
Where am I? Who are you?
Don't worry, we're freelance police.
Police! Oh no!
He's getting away in that
Okay,
Quick, follow that soda popper.
so now we got a little bit of a chase scene going on here. Along with the soda poppers theme. It's called More Than Jerks.
Time out for number one.
We'll be able to listen to the full track on the credits here.
Hurry, Sam. He's getting away.
Now, don't mind the random stuff that's falling out the track, because Wizard did drive off hesitantly, and he didn't even think about closing the back of the truck. What you need to do is that you need to aim for the tires. This will cause Wizard to stop. And we have just solved the problem with the car chase. So now we walk out, talk to Wizard, and Wizard is now paranoid.
Don't shoot!
Aside from the fact that we just plugged your truck, why would you think we'd shoot you?
Except for the obvious sport value, of course.
It's just, you always see cops on the
Sure,
news beating
sure.
up some guy just because he's a former child star.
Someone tells me he's
We
been
need
watching
agreement for the
CNN a
former
bit too
child
much.
stars. We just need to
Or
find a
is
home
it,
where Brady
well,
Culture
it
keeps
could
them.
be
Why
MNN,
didn't you say so?
for all I
It's
know
right
in
over
this
there.
universe.
Across the
There's
street.
always some
Just
sort of,
north of
like,
Toledo.
news, news
convenient.
parody.
Thanks.
Like in B-Movie, the B-Movie was called
anyone know where I
BNN,
can find a
because, you know,
bathroom?
the word B. Okay. All you have to do is click on this one by kind of goof around a bit. Because I could've sworn I should've seen an animation involving him, taking the,
Sounds
the
tasty.
form.
What's in it?
Apparently it's common in former child stars.
But the unfortunate thing is that I did not notice that, so I kind of goof around a bit. In the meantime, though, I do walk around this place.
Desire to see one's peers getting older.
Forsooth.
You don't even know what that means, do you?
Now,
No, but it
keep
sounds
in
all
mind
classic
of the
theater.
symptoms here, because
It says here they only
because
treat
I did
patients
run
with
into a little bit of a
artificial
problem
personality
with
disorder.
this one.
Apparently it's common in former child stars. Symptoms include obsession with fame.
I have
violent
played this
and an
episode like about 3 or 4 times, though. This is what fucked me over, though. I would blame the recording curse
Job I had once.
on this one in particular, but the symptoms change between 2 different inputs that you would need to put down. Money, fame, and all of that. All those symptoms, yeah, they change between 2 different inputs. Each one. I'll go over a bit more when we go back to talk to Sybil about this.
thing gives me-
And yes, we do have to do
This
that.
is where you stick your admission form.
but I did not realize that it changed up until this playthrough, which is kind of
This one is
stupid.
very long.
Blah, blah, blah.
It says here they only treat patients with official violent and an unconscious.
You can check the gate, but it's
Of
locked.
Ibo.
Blocked.
Looks more like the glamour of
Locked.
Ibo.
Is what I meant to say.
Locked. I guess this is where you stick your admission form.
If you could hear that, I'm terribly sorry. I was scratching my ear. Yeah, it ends up in my inventory, so it's like, you motherfucker! Why would you do? Let's just go back to the office, shall we?
Where we going, Sam?
Now, in order to get into Ray Culture's, lair, so to speak, we need to insert this, submission form. About, having this artificial personality disorder. Does such a thing even exist? I mean, is there such a thing as artificial personality disorder? I know for a fact that there's such a thing as multiple personality disorder. That's a very famous disorder, but oh, come on, who has heard of multiple personality disorder? You just have multiple personalities.
Do you think I might have artificial personality disorder?
Interesting.
Symptoms include, let's see, obsession with fame, violent reactions.
Now, this is where my problem
and
starts
an
to
unconscious
kick
desire
in.
to see one's peers getting older.
Hey, I know. I could psycho.
We now need to be psychoanalyzed through 3 different areas.
Now, there are a couple things we can try.
We need to do ink blots, dreams, and the one where she says a word and then you react to
And
it.
can we make them ourselves?
It's easy. I just show you some pictures.
First thing we're going to be
and you tell
doing
me
is
what you
ink
see.
blots.
Your responses
I'm
can
going to
reveal
show you
things
the
like
incorrect
obsession
form, but it
or
would be the correct form in the other side.
Take a look at this. And tell
In
me
this
what you
case,
see.
it is obsession with money rather than obsession with fame.
Pennies on the eyes of a dead
This is
mother.
something
Interesting.
for some reason, I wasn't
Yeah,
able
how
to
about
pay
this?
attention to. But but that's what got me, because I always got the obsession with fame input, which means the other ones fall in line of what
Pigeons
of
on
what would
marquee
be
at
the
Man's
polar
Chinese
opposite
Theater.
here. I did not realize this, and I Telltale. Ugh. Did not like
My
that
Uncle
change
Lee,
whatsoever.
Now this,
Again,
what do you
I
see?
blame the recording codes for this, but
Elephants at the New York
not
Science
Telltale
Fair.
specifically, but I do blame the recording codes for this. All the options that I am selecting right now involve the obsession with money.
A debit card fed through a document shredder.
Yes. Well, judging by these, you seem a little hung up on money, but I wouldn't call it an obsession.
Thanks, Doc. Do you think I might have artificial
Let's try out
personality
some
disorder?
free association.
But people with APD are known for...
What's free association like?
It's a test of your reactions to things in your life. I say a word, and then you just say or do the first thing that comes into your head.
Dance a samba, recite the alphabet, scream at
This
the top of
one
your
was
lungs, that sort of thing?
picky.
Interesting.
This
We
one was
started
picky.
already?
Actually, I think
No,
this is
but
the
now
only
we
one
are.
that doesn't have a
Ready?
second
Is
side
that
to
the
it.
word?
No, the word is tumbleweed.
Can I sit in the tattoo chair while we do this?
Me first.
Trigger word induces unusual desire for tattoo in subject. Possible symptom.
All
of
you need to
euphoric
do is
depression.
react to
Now
every
try this
single
one.
word that
Crown.
involves
Just do or say
dentistry.
whatever comes naturally.
At least I think this is the only one that involves such a thing. You can choose either. Whoa, 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 whoa! This is not my recording software, by the way. This is an actual glitch in the game. I have no idea what causes it.
Violent reaction to the word.
I think what's happening is that Max got into a specific position. So what we are really looking at is the inside of Sam's body. Which, like all characters, doesn't have any form of bones and meat. It just has... It's just an empty space.
Interesting. Well, this has been illuminating.
Yes?
Your reactions indicate that you're a generally violent
Now,
person.
I'm disturbed to hear that.
as far as I know,
He was a specifically violent person.
this is the,
Do you think I might have artificial
that
personality
one in
disorder?
particular
Maybe,
was...
but people with APD are known for their violent reactions to
That
dentistry.
one in particular...
Let's try some more free association.
This one in
That was
particular
husband to
only
your wife.
has you
Remember
react to
that.
dentistry.
Fire away, Grizzly.
Lug nut.
The trick here is that you need to...
Word to the wise.
You need
Never
to
put your tongue on
have a
attack.
violent reaction
vice
to
versa.
anything
Trigger word
dentistry,
causes
like
strange
crown,
coronary
drill, in this
Possible
case,
organic
fluoride.
manifestation. Fluoride. Just do or say whatever
Anything
comes
else,
naturally.
just do whatever. Just do not induce a violent reaction, which is either the boxing glove, I think the tear gas grenade launcher also works, or the gun. I usually use the gun, though.
Whoa,
I don't
you-
think teasing counts, though.
Violent reaction to the word. Teasing.
Although, now that I think about it, I just made a sexual innuendo.
Can I play with that?
No. Trigger word results in childlike impulses, indicative of id distortion. Well, this has been illuminating.
Yes?
Your responses
There we
lead
go!
me to believe
Finally!
you have an unusually violent reaction to
You
dentistry.
should see him at the podiatrist.
So that's
This
one
could
down.
be symptomatic of artificial personality disorder. I'd better mark this on your chart. Very interesting. We should test you for the other symptoms of APD.
Whatever you say, Sawbones.
I'm not
Okay,
a
so let's try out the
sawbones.
dream
I'm a
aspect of
psychotherapist.
this gimmick.
Tomato. Hey, I'm getting hungry.
Can you really learn anything from my grotesque, nonsensical dreams?
Oh, absolutely. They reveal your subconscious. It's like peeling an onion. Now just relax and try to remember your dream.
Now, there's only two objects in the dream sequence that you can interact with. Or at least ones that are required. You can interact with anything else.
My dreams always start.
You can interact with the
But this time,
dartboard.
things
You
will
can
be different.
interact with the rat hole.
Yes, I can picture it. Tell me what happened.
But the main ones you want to pay attention is the box of
I remember that I'd
donuts.
just gotten something from the bakery.
Or what's supposed to be a
Oh,
box
is
of
there gonna be a
donuts.
celebration? What did you get?
And the person that is standing next to
It
the
was a
filing
really
cabinet.
frosted
The
birthday
one that
cake.
looks like a developer.
Someone's another year closer to the grave, eh?
I realized there was someone else in the room with me.
Oh, you had a special guest. Who was it?
It was you.
Me? My. Oh, I represent your mother.
You do?
I think the gimmick with
course.
this is
The
that
feelings of
it's supposed to
trust,
be
of
seeing
safety.
one's
It
peers
sounds
get
like the video
older.
clock's gotta be in there somewhere. That's psychotherapy
So the
101.
older is a hint to the birthday
Tell me,
cake.
in your dream, was I doing anything queer?
You did say something pretty queer.
You ungrateful pup! I went through 3 weeks of labor for you. Wow.
Unfortunately,
listen,
though, I
Mother,
fucked this
I
up.
was right, as I usually am.
They are the one that involves incest, though.
I noticed something bizarre in the closet.
Well, you
Yes,
have
we
to
put things
use,
in the closet we wanna hide
Well, you
away
have to
so
use
we can't
Sybil as the
see.
person
Please, Sam,
And
in your closet?
well, you have to use Sybil as the person and birthday cake as the box of donuts. No, wait a sec, not the birthday cake.
A parking
The
lot?
Wayne cake
Why would you
as a
possibly
box
be
of
ashamed
donuts.
that?
Well, we did run over the meter in front of our building once or twice.
That's the
Every single
sign
time
to
we have
this.
a podcast.
Unfortunately, though, I fucked this up.
I turned to leave the office.
Oh,
Yep,
is that
and
the
then
end
I
of your
woke up
dream?
screaming.
Yep, then I woke up screaming.
I can see why.
Do you think I might have artificial personality
See the
disorder?
peers age,
Maybe,
yes.
but people with APD are known for their
But we'll
subconscious
come back
desire
to
see
that.
their peers age.
For now, let's head back into the
Can we do
ink
some more ink
blots.
blots? Those are
Sure.
And-
Let's take another look at your unseemly.
Let's choose the ones involving fame. So follow the highlighted text,
Susan.
I see.
you'll
Now,
eventually get to where you need to go for both ends.
Pigeons up.
And this?
Not
Now this one.
a cheering crowd of lanky albino.
And
That blotchy.
well, your choices.
There we go.
indicate an
That's
obsession
another one
with fame.
down.
That's one of the indicators of artificial personality disorder. I believe
However,
you
I
heard
did
of
have a freak out about this because what you did not
You have
see,
two of the symptoms listed on this.
what you
list.
did not see is
I don't know
essentially
alarming,
about
but probably.
Can I
about
get your hat
potentially
and a
20 minutes worth of footage, both edited on the DVD recorder and while
I'd like to
editing
tell you
this
about
through
another
Movie
mundane but
Maker.
strangely compelling dream I had.
I don't
Well,
use a whole lot of
what's this
edits, that's
one
why I
with the
use
certain
Movie Maker. I
subconscious
just
desire?
simply
I think
combine
so.
the sources.
Okay.
If I
tell me
needed to,
what-
I'll use subtitles, but it'll just be in plain text. There's no need for, like, any fancy, copyrighted text. So,
I had just gotten something new from the bakery.
For a celebration, perhaps? What did you
yeah,
get?
so here I try out the whole Wayne King idea, just to show it off.
It was a wedding.
You're
cake,
supposed to,
right for the toppling.
Oh, is
yeah, as I
somebody
said
getting
before, this is
married?
for the incest portion, where you're supposed to be feeling like you should marry your mother.
I realized there's someone else in the room with me.
Oh, who was your special guest?
It was you.
But this is not the correct way.
Was that the end of your dream?
Yep, that's it. Do you think I
See
might
the
have
pairs
artificial
8, so
personality
what you
disorder?
need to do,
Maybe, but
upon
people
going
with
back
APD
in,
are known for their subconscious desire to see
is
their
that
peers
we
age.
need to select the birthday cake,
I'd like to tell you.
All right.
and then as the person we need to select Max.
Okay, tell me what happened.
I had just gotten some.
For
It was an overly frosted.
So let's select Max.
I realized that
And it'll just end like that.
it was Matt.
when you were this
So I
bet
suppose
Max
you
is
can
on
tell that you get the correct answer if you have the right combination by doing that.
wow, it must be artificial personality disorder. You've got all the signs. I bet I can get a paper out of this.
Best ship me off to some sort of home for former child stars, then.
I've signed this admissions form, but you'll have to arrange your own transportation. I'm about to be really busy publishing the details of your case.
Since you're crazy, can I drive?
Nice try,
Jumping
Max.
vehicular
Anyways.
homicide, no.
So now we have the submission form. We can go up to Blade Culture and face the little fucker for all the trouble we've gone through in getting to him.
Where we going?
So we're off to Blade Culture's home for former child stars. And we insert the submissions form into the slot. Luckily, I still have the piece of paper.
The form only fits in the slot.
This activates the creepy monkey, and the gate opens. So now we activate another cutscene, but again, be prepared, because this upcoming task... Because this will initiate an upcoming situation.
There's justice to be served.
Can we get ice cream afterwards? Justice makes me hungry. This reminds me of that place where Aunt Trudy lives, with the medicine smell and the rubber sheets and the enormous mute Indian.
Sounds like a million laughs.
Yeah, mostly after medication time. Where is everybody?
Pulchritude above doubts. This is Culture's Clubhouse.
Yes.
Jumping Lon Chaney and Apothole Franklin.
Yeah, especially the fact that your hypnotic slaves, or as you would call them, hypnotic slaves, constantly say your name and spray paint your face all over the town.
Police are here.
Yes, actually. I've been waiting for you.
Really? Next time, try leaving the front door open. Save us all.
Oh, great.
Allow me to explain.
Uh-oh. I think we just triggered a soliloquy.
Good thing I have the attention span of a pint of yak butter.
I never wanted much. Just to be universally loved, that's all. And to be #1 in the TV ratings for the 1971 fall season. But no. Those worthless hacks, the soda puppies, with their matching shirts
Shit.
and their cute little jingles, they came on opposite me and stole my audience. I was never offered another role. And now you two vigilantes won't even let a poor, down-on-his-luck actor mass hypnotize me.
Hey, that's show business, buddy. You should have taken up painting. Or macrame.
Is it over?
I think so.
So,
Oops.
since you've ruined the beautiful irony of having my arch rivals run my promotional campaign, I'm afraid you...
Ah, hypnotic glasses.
In your dreams, Culture.
No, my friends. In yours.
Hey, that tickles.
Now, here's the thing that I need to mention about the whole videotape thing that we got from the video case like about an hour ago. I forgot to insert it into the TV. If you insert it into the TV,
What?
if you insert it into the TV, you'll get a small cutscene where Cinemax will leave, but the video will
I
start.
don't know.
Basically, what this is supposed to do is that it's supposed to demonstrate not only how Blade Culture hypnotizes people through the videotapes,
Deliver videos.
but it also demonstrates,
Must.
but it also shows that, hey, Blade Culture's the villain here, you gotta stop him. Luckily, I did not show that at all, because I've been keeping you in suspense here for a bit, although I think you probably will have, put the two and two together with the whole, like, voiceover and the TV.
I must deliver videos.
Now, this is very simple. All you have to do is just grab the piece of cheese, and then you get knocked out. Now we're back into the whole dream sequence,
Don't even try it.
as we were before.
I love that.
However, this is completely different. Braid culture is everywhere. Also, don't mind the giant fish in the background.
Uh-oh. Either I just walked into the Salvador Dali Memorial Wax Museum, or I'm dreaming.
You love me. You adore me. Become Video Delivery Man. Do my evil bidding and so forth.
Holy brains in a blender. I'm still hypnotized. If only I could remember what Sybil told me to do.
Destroy the intruder in your dream.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Sam, I'm up here.
Oh.
Okay,
hey,
so
Brady stole my body.
all of these are actually pretty simple to do. Braid culture
Okay, little guy. I
on the
say
TV, you can, all you have to do is just remove the clothes hanger on top of the TV.
It's Brady culture on
Removing
TV.
that ruins the reception, and bye-bye Braid culture.
Everyone watch me. Me.
Wonder what would happen to the picture quality if I gave this a tug.
No. I must be on TV for all eternity.
Next thing you can do is that you need to stand in this
Oh, yes,
area,
that's much
and
better.
then use your gun to hit the one-way sign that took the place of the, dartboard that would have been there. If the controls will work for me for once, then I can fire at this damn thing.
Now, and thanks to cable.
Because
for
what
all
happens
eternity.
is that upon turning that thing, the whole entire room will go upside down for a second, and then it'll turn right side up again.
Whoa.
By doing that, you get Max's head.
Yay!
Open up your inventory again, unless you want to be like me and do this. Use the flick the white switch, and then bye-bye Braid culture.
I think someone needs to turn the lights out on your career, Brady.
What?
Now use Max's head on the Braid
Oh, that
culture
Brady
head
culture. He turns the world off with
that
his
has
smile.
taken over Max's body.
Oh, Mr. Culture, I have a surprise for you.
Really? For me? No!
Oh, my.
Now there's one more Braid culture
A little stringy, but
to
good.
take care
Oh,
of.
I just remembered. I'm supposed to be somewhere.
Bye, Max.
What you need to do is that you need to open up the door. And I'm not entirely sure if this is timed. I'm not sure if this is entirely timed. I never
I will
failed
be
this.
universally loved by everyone.
But you need to use the air pump
Hey,
on the
Brady,
rat while the
What
door
it,
is open.
fool?
I'd like to introduce you to a little friend of mine.
And bye-bye Braid culture completely.
No, the cheese must stand alone.
So now that Braid culture is out of the way, in our heads,
And another one bites the cheese.
now we need to figure out a way to actually defeat Braid culture.
He's awake. We're done for.
Save the girlish histrionics, Bosco. I'm all right.
But first we need to go back in there
Yeah,
without
the
being
victim of
hypnotized
Brady's video
again.
Delivery hypnosis scheme.
Okay, but what about your co-conspirator?
That too.
My co-conspirator. Holy underpaid
So-
ship to the mast of a sinking pork rind freighter. That hirsute egomaniac kidnapped my little buddy. Any idea how I can curtail this culture crisis?
Brady culture.
What we need to do
Stay away from him. He's got it in for me.
is
I
ask
think
him if he
no
has some
can
kind of
do. I've
Bosco
got
tech
to save my
device.
furry little pal. I don't suppose you have a Bosco Tech device that stymies hypnosis.
Well, to be
using
fair,
energy?
you don't sit behind your counter at Walmart every single day and go,
I've got to find
I
something
wonder if
right.
I can make some
Bosco.
sort of hypnosis blocker. But how do I go about making one? Well, we need two different objects. One we need to go talk to Sybil for, the other one involves our office.
Bosco.
Let's see which one I pick first. I think I shoot for the office, and then that's when I realize, ah shit, I forgot about the video. Well, I couldn't do it anyways, because it requires Max as well to activate that. Hey, the paint is off. Oh. Oh, so I do try it. Yeah, you cannot do it without Max.
I don't think that would be interesting.
So I might as well
But
just take the coat hanger.
Max isn't going to like it when he finds out I ruined our reception. I've got to tell him as soon as possible.
So let's head back out, and now let's head over towards Sybil's and talk to her. Yeah, I just realized that. I need to go to Sybil's rather than heading towards Bosco. Okay, let's talk to Sybil. Fuck you.
Max is gone.
Well, most of us outgrow our imaginary friends eventually.
No, that megalomaniac Brady Culture's got him.
I see. Of course.
I've got to find some way to block a hypnotic wraith. I don't suppose you, as a brain specialist of sorts, would know anything.
What?
Great suffering lab rats. You do know something. Out with it, before my synapses fuse into a milky puddle of slag.
Well, it's a gross breach of doctor-patient privilege for me to even tell you
Really?
about it. But one of my more technological...
He literally sat
patients
there
threw me
in
a
his
diagram
basement
of a
and went,
contraption he claimed will block
hypnotic
hypnosis.
That's
blocker.
just the sort of ridiculously lucky break I need.
It's a huge violation of every reasonable code of ethical conduct, of course, but you being a policeman of sorts, I suppose it's okay to give you the diagram.
My lack of solid engineering background has finally caught up with me. I can't make any sense of this.
I'd love to help, but engineering is one of the few fields I haven't tried. Sorry.
Okay, so now that we have the two objects, the clothes hanger and the blueprint, we can now head over towards Bosco's so that we can get the hypnotic blocker. And then I believe we have to manually go back to Brady Culture's place.
Bosco, take a gander at this.
What is it, a death threat?
Even better, it's instructions for the latest in Bosco Tech innovation.
Let's see a Honda for that, yeah.
Luckily,
Yeah,
we
I
already
can build
grabbed
this.
that.
Just need one thing.
What's that?
Something for that antenna thing at the top.
Antenna. Got it. Will a make-do antenna do as a make-do antenna?
Yeah, okay. Let me
which
just
is
add a little
basically
tech in
a
the
handled cauldron.
Here it is, the most sophisticated
Cauldron.
hypnosis
Colander.
rocking helmet the world
Colander.
has
For some
ever seen.
reason, I always get those two
Happy
words
days are
mixed up.
here again.
Colander
Uh-oh, seems like the old moolah
with
agent
a
running on
clothes
empty.
hanger on the bottom.
Just stop that Brady coach.
I think the holes would
Credit
be
to
big
Dimension,
enough to
have
actually
to pay for the
perform
next
such a
one, though.
thing. Now, whether or not that will fit perfectly on top of your head is a different story. Head towards the Deseto. Luckily, you don't have to select the option.
I'm coming, Mac.
Head towards the gate. You just have to head towards the gate. You don't have to manually put on the helmet. He'll put it on automatically.
Rule number 3. Always wear protective headgear when confronting diabolical villains with hypnotic devices.
Alright, it's the final showdown against Blade Culture.
Hand over the Lagomorph culture.
Sam! Boy, am I glad to see you. Johann Sebastian here only knows how to play one song.
What's this, a rerun? Didn't we just see the dog getting hypnotized episode? Well, if you really want to watch it again,
But what's this?
Another triumph for skanky ingenuity and ordinary kitchenware. Give it up, culture. You're Keisha's cook.
Time out for the cavalry!
You've colored outside the lines of the law, Brady.
God damn it!
We see you! And this time
going
we're...
to get hypnotized again. I'm sure you.
Okay, so in order to resolve this fight, we need to select the solar poppers and then select one of these options. You can say attack. That would be the most direct approach. You can say attack, you can say pretend, or become in this case.
Become Brady culture.
Do my evil bidding! Worship the videotape!
What nonsense! Attack the dog!
But now that people said worship, you now have a new option.
Become me.
Somersaulting Democrats in a crate of sauerkraut. Agent is a sharp razor to swallow!
What I'm showing you is actually the stuff that I think is quite funny.
Stop this foolishness!
Because some of these are in fact quite funny, and especially the one I think I do show. I love that one.
Become videotapes.
Blackwitz.
Okay, so let's actually worship the videotapes. What you need to do now at this point, now that people said worship the videotapes by selecting Become Brady Culture, is that you need to select Worship Me. This will cause Brady Culture to become jealous and
Worship me.
make the Solar Poppers worship him.
My minions, mine!
Now we use some reverse psychology, and that becomes his downfall.
No, me! Attack me! Me! Yes! Oops, no, wait, I mean, ow! Hey!
Smart move, Sam. You played him like a glockenspiel.
I learned all my best tactics in the first grade.
I tried to send you semaphore signals with my ears, but you know how I always get the K and the V mixed up.
You cracked me up, little buddy. Well, I guess we should dehypnotize these poor saps again and be on our way.
Let me! You know how I adore gratuitous violence.
That's the end of that.
Well, that's that, Max. Another boot to the pasty ass of crime. Thank goodness this whole hypnotic mind control thing didn't go any further. That could have been really annoying.
Oh boy.
Great to be on your show, Myra. I'm a huge fan.
So that was episode 1.
Stop watching for some reason.
In all honesty, though, Cinemax Season 1, Episode 1, Culture Shock is actually one of the easiest episodes to do out of the entire series of Telltale Cinemax games. It's pretty straightforward, it's made for beginners, and it's quite quick if you know exactly what you're doing. Actually, this is the same for all of them. It all depends on whether or not sometimes your skills get put to the test. Both in terms of thinking purposes and in terms of speed. But all in all, Culture Shock is a decent episode. Now, whether or not I'm saying this because I played and beaten the episode about 4 or 5 times, no. I have a worse experience with a certain game that I will get towards playing eventually, but I will not name drop it yet. God, that was a horribly high-pitched sound. But yeah, that's it for Cinemax Season 1, Episode 1, Culture Shock. See you next time in Episode 2, Situation Comedy. See you then.